A child sits at a breakfast table, barely awake. A bowl of cereal rests in front of them. Across the table, an adult rushes through a cup of coffee before checking the time. Neither of them pauses to ask why this meal exists at all. It feels natural, permanent, almost biological, but it isn't. Most people believe humans have always eaten breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 meals. Every day, like breathing or sleeping. That isn't what happened. For most of human history, the idea of eating 3 scheduled meals would have seemed strange, perhaps even impossible. The routine that now shapes billions of lives wasn't written by nature. It was written by civilization, and the reasons have far less to do with hunger than most of us imagine. To understand why, we have to return to a world where clocks didn't exist. Long before cities, farms, or factories, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Their days weren't divided into breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They were divided into opportunity. Food was never guaranteed. Some mornings began with success, others ended in hunger. A hunt could last hours. A gathering trip could produce almost nothing. Entire groups learned to eat whenever food was available, because waiting for the right time to eat was a luxury no one possessed. Our ancestors weren't following schedules, they were following survival. Modern research suggests that the human body evolved with remarkable metabolic flexibility. It could endure long periods without food and then consume large amounts when food finally appeared. Hunger wasn't an emergency, it was simply another part of life. In other words, the human body wasn't designed around 3 meals a day. It was designed around uncertainty. Then something extraordinary happened. Around 12,000 years ago, humans began farming. At first, agriculture seemed like the ultimate solution to hunger. Crops could be planted, animals could be raised, food could be stored for seasons instead of hours. But farming quietly changed far more than our diet. It changed time itself. Fields demanded routines. Livestock required predictable care. Villages transformed into permanent settlements where life became increasingly organized. Meals slowly became social events, bringing families and communities together at regular points throughout the day. Food was no longer only fuel, it became structure. Yet even then, 3 daily meals were far from universal. Across ancient Greece and Rome, many people often ate only one substantial meal late in the day, with smaller portions if circumstances allowed. In medieval Europe, breakfast was sometimes viewed as unnecessary or even a sign of weakness for healthy adults. Religious customs frequently encouraged fasting, and daily eating patterns varied dramatically depending on class, occupation, climate, and culture. The research paints a fascinating picture. Humanity agreed on almost everything before agreeing on 3 meals. Then, history accelerated. Smoke rose from factory chimneys, steam engines transformed transportation, cities expanded faster than ever before. Millions left farms behind and entered factories where every hour was measured, monitored, and paid for. Suddenly, eating whenever you felt hungry became a problem. Factory whistles didn't care about appetite. Employers needed workers to arrive at fixed times, remain productive throughout the day, and leave together. Schools adopted similar schedules. Offices followed. Railways demanded precision. Entire societies began synchronizing their lives around the clock. 3 meals fit neatly into this new rhythm. Breakfast before work, lunch during a scheduled break, dinner after returning home. Most people assume this pattern emerged because scientists discovered it was the healthiest way to eat. History tells a different story. It emerged because industrial civilization, over time, culture did the rest. Cookbooks, advertisements, schools, and eventually food companies reinforced the idea that 3 meals represented a normal, healthy life. Breakfast became known as the most important meal of the day. Families gathered around dinner tables. Lunch breaks became part of the working day across much of the world. What began as social organization slowly transformed into common sense, and common sense is remarkably difficult to question. But biology continues to complicate the story. Today, researchers still debate the ideal eating frequency. Some studies suggest benefits from spreading food across multiple meals. Others find advantages in eating fewer meals or limiting food to specific windows of time. Intermittent fasting has renewed interest in patterns that may resemble parts of humanity's distant past. The data cannot fully explain one perfect schedule, because there probably isn't one. Human metabolism is astonishingly adaptable. It responds not only to meal frequency, but also to sleep, activity, stress, genetics, food quality, and countless environmental factors. The body is far more flexible than the rigid schedules modern life often demands, which raises an uncomfortable question. If 3 meals are not a biological law, why do they feel so natural? Perhaps because humans don't simply inherit instincts. We inherit habits. Children watch parents eat breakfast before school. Friends meet over lunch. Families celebrate around dinner. These rituals become woven into memory long before we understand their origins. Eventually, they stop feeling like traditions and start feeling like nature itself. Civilization has a remarkable ability to disguise its inventions as inevitabilities. The clock on your wall tells you when to eat. Your calendar tells you when to stop. Your workplace tells you when to take a break. And after repeating the pattern thousands of times, your own hunger often begins to follow the schedule that society created, not because evolution demanded it, but because routine quietly reshaped expectation. Perhaps the most surprising truth isn't that humans eat 3 meals a day. It's that billions of people follow the same rhythm while believing it has always existed. Yet for most of our species' journey, there was no breakfast waiting at sunrise, no lunch break at noon, no dinner served after sunset. There was only the endless uncertainty of finding enough to survive another day. 3 meals are not a story written by human biology alone. They are the echo of farms, factories, schools, families, traditions, and clocks, all speaking through habits so familiar that they have become invisible. And perhaps that is the strangest thing about being human. The customs that shape our everyday lives often feel ancient enough to be part of nature itself, until one quiet question reveals they were simply stories, repeated often enough for an entire civilization to mistake them for instinct.